Hey YouTube, it's Mark here. I hope you're well and good. Just recording a short video Friday evening here in the UK. And it's about the upcoming trip to Salt Lake City. And I was corresponding with a saint earlier, and they kind of reminded me about something that I needed to do inadvertently. And that was to just talk about the plan. And the idea is I'm arranging a couple of other things outside of Sunday. But the idea is that Sunday, for those that do want to make the trip and can make the trip, and I appreciate it's a long trip, that on Sunday, perhaps around sort of mid-afternoon, early afternoon, that we would all, for those that are coming, would meet up somewhere, and that we could pray together, fellowship, talk of things of the Lord, perhaps even break bread. But it's important for us to be able to actually meet somewhere. Now, I know nothing at all about the USA, and Salt Lake City is no exception to that. I don't really know the area. I know where my company headquarters is and where I'm staying, but that's about it. So it's really to get some advice, I suppose, or suggestions about where we could collectively meet. We just arranged this location that we're all going to kind of try to get to, whether that would be a park, a diner, a coffee shop somewhere, some scenic location, something that would be hopefully not too difficult for us all to get to, and that we could just try and generally arrive roughly at the same time. But I mean, I have the whole day set aside, as far as I'm aware, of course, for this. So if someone arrives and it's 2 hours before someone else, it really doesn't change anything at all. The only thing that I would also like to request is that during that day, it'd be great to sort of just break off every now and again with, one or two of the brethren, to perhaps just talk and to record that. For those of you that have watched my channel before, you'll know that I have recorded conversations or testimonies or things like that. I would really like it, and I'm just putting it out there for those that are comfortable with doing it, because I appreciate it's not everyone's cup of tea, to maybe just talk a little bit. And it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be a testimony, it doesn't have to be something deep and profound, just something that's on your heart to maybe talk about. As you may recall from previous videos, it's sometimes just literally been general conversation. And the reason I'm asking that or suggesting that is because it's just encouraging for others to see. Whether you're sharing a testimony or just simply talking, it's just an encouraging, good thing to see. And it's enjoyable to be a part of it, but also to watch that. So for those of you that are coming, please do bear that in mind. It would be really good for me to be able to just, if, say, for example, we're at a park or something, I could perhaps break off with yourself, go sit at a bench together and just talk and record a little bit. Again, it doesn't have to be long, and it's just free form, not scripted. We're just talking. So that's really nice. So, this trip is for the work that I do, but to be able to kind of make really good use of my spare time. I'm not there solely to do this. Actually, my great desire is to meet with Christians that I really didn't think I was ever going to be able to meet with. So this is a great opportunity, and I'm trying to take as much advantage of my spare time as I can there. And in other news, for those of you that maybe it's too short notice to come, or you're not able to, or there's some other reason you can't do it, please also consider that in January, it looks like I'll be back in Salt Lake City again, which is great news. And what I'm thinking of doing with that as well, brethren, is to tack on maybe a 2 or 3 days off the back of that time that I have there as a kind of literal holiday. And it may be that I'll be flying internally somewhere. And I'm thinking there's a couple of places really. California's on the list of places to go to take advantage of this, of course, or Florida, another place that I would really, really like to go. There's a couple of Christian families there that I would really, really love to meet. So those are the kind of places that I'm thinking about, and that's something that I'm thinking of doing. So I just want, if you're watching this and you're perhaps not really in the local area, but maybe you're on the west or east coast and you do want to meet and you know, just have some Christian conversation over a meal or something. I'd love to do that, and that's what I want to do in Salt Lake City, and that's what I'm trying to arrange now. So just bear that in mind, brethren, for January. And then there are some trips, and this is all thanks to the Lord for giving me this job, by the way. There are some trips coming up in Europe, and I've been kind of sort of corresponding with a couple of Christians on potential meets there as well. It's fantastic. It's exactly what I love to do, which is fellowship. It's so encouraging and such a good thing to do. And so my encouragement to you, if you are watching this and you are in the US and you're relatively near to Salt Lake City, and I know that's an abstract concept for Americans, for me in the UK, spending 6 hours in a car that's a tall order, but it's almost a semi-normal thing in the USA. So you know, but if you are in the area at all, please do give it some consideration. Again, if it's a bit too short notice, or if you can't do it, consider January, because I will be there again. And then I'm looking perhaps to take advantage of being in the US to you know, travel a bit more. That all of this, when I'm talking like this, all of this is Lord willing. It's not something that I expect to happen. I'm hoping it will happen, and hoping that the Lord will permit me to do these things. And if you are watching and you want to come, that He'll grant you the ability to do that. So so do give it some thought, brethren, especially about where we can perhaps meet. Maybe you know Salt Lake City already, you've been there a few times, and you're kind of going, oh well, you know, this would be a good place to go. You know, please do share and suggest that. So leave a comment here, or drop me an email if you like, BibleBelieverUK@gmail.com. I'll put a video out within the next, I'd say it has to be really the next week or so, because there are certainly Christians that I know that are making arrangements as we speak to really plan that journey. And I would really want to, you know, try to let them know that pretty much the exact time and place where we're going to be. And when I say exact time, I mean that's when I'm going to be there. So you know, if you're early or later than that, it's really no problem, but it will be the time that I'm there. So just a few thoughts there really, brethren. So please do drop a comment, send me an email, and let me know. Thanks very much for watching. God bless and Godspeed. Thank you.